Hello guys and welcome back to Madfire on channel. So in this tutorial series we are going to create a simple endless traffic racer game. In this series we are going to check input system which will be used to move our player, and in our vehicle selection system endless level generation with reusing existing level pieces, vehicle selection system which will allow the player to select different vehicles, random enemy spawning, singleton concept, and more. The entire project is available on GitHub. The link will be in the description. And if you want to follow the entire series, then you can check out my Patreon page. The link will be in the description. All the videos of this series are uploaded there, and you will also get premium version of this project which has extra features in it like Facebook login, AdMob, Unity ads, Unity in-app purchase, social share, game analytics, and more. So in Traffic Racer, right click and create a new folder, and let's call this scripts. Now in scripts folder, right click and create a new C# script, and let's call this UI manager. Double click on UI manager to open it in Visual Studio. So now we are going to use namespaces for all these projects. So here above our UI manager class, let's call namespace, and we will give our game's name here. So it is Traffic Racer, and we will just put all our classes inside this. Okay, now our UI manager will be responsible for logics of our UI. So I will just remove right now the start and update and call using UI engine.ui. So first we will need a reference to all our panels. So we'll create a private game object, main menu panel, game menu panel, and game over panel, and we will make this a serialized field so that we can edit it from inspector. Then we will create a serialized field, private text, distance text. Then we will create a getter for our distance text. So we'll type public text distance text, and inside that we will call get return distance text. And we are doing this so that we can access our distance text from other scripts. We will also make our UI manager an instance. So for that we'll create a public static UI manager instance variable, and in awake method we'll type if instance is equal to null, then instance is equal to this. So first we will create some important methods which we will complete as we go with our game. So first we will create our start method. So private void start. Then we will create public void play button method. So this method will be attached to our play button. Then public void retry button method. This method will be attached to our retry button, and then public void game over method. So in start method we won't be writing anything right now. In play button we will first deactivate our main menu panel. So main menu panel dot set active to false, and we will activate our game menu panel. So game menu panel dot set active to true. In retry button we will be reloading this level. So for that we are going to use using Unity engine dot scene management, And then in retry button we will call scene manager dot load scene, and inside that we will call scene manager dot get active scene dot build index. And in game over method we will just activate our game over panel, so we'll call game over panel dot set active to true. So let's save all this thing and go back to our Unity, and then let's create a new game object, reset its transform. Let's make it static because we know it is not going to move, and let's call this UI manager. Let's drag our UI manager to it. Our UI manager need few references to drag our main menu panel, our game menu panel. Inside our game menu panel we have our game over panel and our distance text. And in our game over panel as well as our play main menu panel has play button and retry button, so select both of them. Then we have this button component, click on this plus icon, drag our UI manager to it. In play button select the UI manager and play button method. In retry button select the UI manager and retry button method. Okay, just save this thing. Now our UI basic UI functionality is ready. So now select script, right click and create a new C# script, and let's call this game manager. Double click on our game manager. Now our game manager will be the topmost script, and it will be a singleton as well as it will keep some information data in it. So first we will put our script into the namespace. So namespace traffic racer, and we will assign this thing like this. Okay, let's remove the code, we don't need that. So first we will need our game status, so to check whether our game is playing failed or nothing is happening. So let's go back to our editor, select scripts folder, right click and let's create a new C# script, and let's call this game enums. So all the enums of this game will be inside the script. So double click on this script to open it in editor. Now we don't need this class here. We'll create our namespace, our traffic racer, and inside this we need our game status enum. So we will create a public enum game status, and inside that enum we will create three enums. The first will be none, second will be playing, and third will be failed. I can just select all of them, holding Control and Shift, click on U to change all of them to caps lock. So let's save this and go to our game manager. So as we know, we want to make our game manager a singleton. We will create a public static game manager singleton variable. Then in awake we will type if singleton is equal to null, singleton is equal to this, and we will call don't destroy on load method, and we will pass a game object to it. Now don't destroy on load is a Unity's default method, and which makes sure that when we move from one scene to another, the game object on which this script is attached will not get destroyed. And in else we will type destroy game object. Now we will create a game status variable. We will call public game status which will equal to game status dot none, and we will also need a very int variable. So public int current car index which will be equal to 0. Now this current car index we are going to use when we will be creating our selection panel where we can select different cars to play with them. Now we don't want to change both of these variables from our inspector, so we will add a attribute hide in inspector so that we won't be able to change them. Okay, so our UI manager and our game manager is complete. So let's go to our UI manager and let's do one simple thing. So whenever our UI manager starts, we'll do one thing. So we will call our game manager, go to a singleton, and we will set our game manager game status is equal to game status dot null. Okay, save all this thing and go back to our editor. Let's select our canvas and deactivate it. Create a new empty game object and let's reset this transform, make it static and call this game manager and drag our game manager to it. Okay,